One. Hello. Welcome to the #Twin Life podcast. I am Amber. And I'm Ashley. And if you guys have never watched us or listened to us before, welcome. We're so happy to have you. If you are listening to us, please be sure to also watch us. It's awesome. If you're watching us, hit the bell, subscribe.
Honestly,
anywhere.
I feel like we should say if you're watching us, we also have an audio version.
Oh yeah, because more watches.
More people watch us on YouTube than they listen.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you guys like our face.
So if you're listening to us, thank you so much. Please continue to listen. And if you're watching us, know that if you're driving,
you can also listen.
Yes, you can also listen. Makes it easier for you.
That way you can listen at work, and you don't have to
go for a walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, you're right. The gym. All that stuff.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
Okay, so this episode's going to be like kind of a hodgepodge of stuff.
I think it's kind of good.
I feel like we have like a central topic. But before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and talk about our week. So you have had like an exciting weekend/week. So yeah, you're doing.
I mean, I went on a trip to LA, which was great. Got to see one of my old friends, which was really awesome. Got to meet the LA team for work, and so it was like a really good, nice getaway kind of weekend. Cowboys won, which was even better. Mm-hmm. So that was great. And then that was Monday and Tuesday. So then on the weekend, I took Landon to Legoland for the first time, which was super fun. Mm-hmm. He loved it so much. We went with Landon's best friend and her mom. But we had so much fun. We did a bunch of rides, and I think I feel like after going to Great Wolf Lodge, I didn't really have this feeling of like we still have to go back. Whereas when we went to Legoland, I was like, we have to go back. We have to like do it like big next time. Like I want to go. Like you could literally spend 3 or 4 days solid at Legoland, unless like if you get like a VIP pass, maybe 3 days.
Yeah.
But like it's really big.
They have a hotel.
It's so big. There's so many exhibits. So I feel like the next time I really want to like do like a whole like 3-day stay, get a park hopper for the water park and for the regular park, and like do 1 day at the regular park, 1 day at the park hopper or at the water park.
I actually forgot there was a water park until I was talking to one of Phoenix's teammates, and she was like, "Oh, I asked her if she did the aquarium, and she said no because they usually do the water park in the park." And I was like, "Water park?" But now that I remember, we didn't do the water park because it was probably closed. Because I think
Nikisha said she didn't know there was one.
I didn't know there was a water park. Yeah, so. Yeah. And you guys went. There was nice weather. You probably could have ridden some water stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, the regular, the main one, because this wasn't open when you guys got there. So Legoland the movie, that part of it has a giant splash pad.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they also have like a pirate themed Lego section that has some water rides.
Oh wow.
Which was very cool. It's like right next to that the boat floating thing.
Yes, yeah, we did do that.
So yeah, I was really proud of Landon. We rode stuff. The last time I took Landon around roller coaster type situations, he was scared, and this kid is like all in. Like the very first ride we went on was Dinosaurus or whatever, and it's basically a child ride. So it's just above like a kid's ride. Mm-hmm. So it's a roller coaster. You get a good amount of G-force, but it's not like crazy. So Landon and I sat next to each other. Landon's friend and her mom sat behind us. And so we go, and then it goes up a little bit of ways and it drops you down and it goes like this. Well, you're in one of those carts.
Yeah.
You're not harnessed in. So you can't you get a little bit of like and as you're going around. So, and Landon was on the inside. So he was like, oh, and then his friend starts screaming her head off. And Landon was just like, oh, and I was like, Bud, look how fun. And like me, I'm like, it's so fun. And he's like, yeah, it's so fun. And so it goes around twice. So the second time it went around, she screams as we go down this part. And like every time we went down a thing, she would scream. So she goes around and Landon's like, it's fine. It's going to be fine. I was cracking up. It was so funny. But Landon was a little daredevil. I was proud. He did all the things.
Yeah,
He wanted to do all the
I think
things.
he used to be kind of like shy and like scared of stuff. I think
What's funny
now
is the
he's
only
not.
thing he didn't want to do, and I think it was because right before that he had stepped out of the cart, like I was pulling him in the cart, and he was trying to be epic, I guess, and like stepped out of the cart, but like kind of hopped and underestimated how high it was, and so he fell and like scraped his elbow.
Yeah,
so
he
right,
told me that.
oh, he did.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was like, Bob, I fell, I scraped my elbow, and I was like, well, did anything fun happen? That was like the very first thing. I was like, how was Legoland? He's like, Bob, I fell, scratched my elbow. And I was like, well, was it okay? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, did you do anything else? And then he told me like about the store. The Legoland shop is huge.
there's
like,
there's
so many
multiple.
Yeah,
and
we went in all of them.
I was surprised that it's the same price for anybody who needs to know. If you live in California, the Legoland prices will not shock you. The food was about what I thought it was going to be, and they had this super healthy. We have to go again because you guys didn't get to go when it was like at full force
Capacity. Yeah,
yeah,
full, like open. Yeah.
So there's
if anyone's wondering, we went. There's a whole vlog of our trip to Legoland. I should have showed Landon that before we went. I did a whole entire vlog on my vlogging channel that is like sleeping right now because I just have way too many medias and podcasts and stuff right now. But my vlog channel, our family vlog channel, and I did a whole vlog of Legoland, which is actually really funny because what happened right before we were going to leave was like really crazy. But yeah. So anyway, so we went to that, and I forgot what else my train of thought. What was I saying?
I don't know. You were trying. I was talking about. You were talking about Landon.
Right. And Landon, what did I say about Landon? He fell. Oh, the Lego store.
Oh, the Lego
store. Yeah. So we went to the Lego store. We know there's like 800 Lego stores.
Didn't realize there were so many. Which is unfortunate when you have a child that loves Lego. And every time you go in a store, he's like, "Can I have?" I'm like,
so they have Lego sets that you can't get anywhere else there, but they are. I feel like they're pretty expensive. Like
I don't think they are.
We did match, like we were like, okay, this is the thing, because Phoenix was obviously really into Lego at the time too, and so we were looking at some of the dinosaur Lego sets versus this Lego set versus that Lego set, and you could spend $1,000 in there, like that.
Yeah, but the bigger Lego sets are right around $100, which is what they are regularly, and then the smaller ones, I think there may be a $2 difference. They were $9.99 for the smaller like sets.
Yeah,
which is like.
Maybe I just wasn't like really aware. It just felt like I remember feeling like maybe it was because we were looking at crazy ones, because they have some stupid expensive ones in there.
No, that's what I'm saying. Why would
like
you
hundreds of dollars?
I know they have some first. Okay,
like collectors. They have that one. What's that ship called from Star Wars?
Oh,
the Death Star, I think. Or
the Death Star is the big ball.
What's the big white one? That's like shaped like a. Don't come for us, okay? I don't watch Star Wars. But
I do watch Star Wars.
It's like a big circle one. Doesn't what's his name?
They fly.
Obi-Wan, doesn't he fly that? What's it called?
Yeah, Luke and Leia fly it. It's
gonna come to us. Anyways, that ship. But they had that one that you could build, that Lego set, and then they of course had like a million Harry Potter ones. But like he seemed very excited. He said that she got a minifigure. Did you guys get minifigures?
Okay, so yes. Sorry, Millennium Falcon.
Millennium Falcon. Yes, that one.
Okay, the big circle flat one.
Yeah, the white one. Okay. Yeah.
I just saw the Lego set. That's why I knew it was the Millennium Falcon.
How much is
it? It is $152.
Okay,
that's not bad. Still expensive. There is an $849 one.
Okay, I was gonna say there's some pricey.
Ultimate Millennium Falcon. So yes, Landon. Two things. One, the restaurant was great. There was this really, really yummy Lego.
We didn't eat there because we stayed in the hotel.
Okay, well, Legoland has great food, and you walk into this market, and it's like, I don't know, like everything was a healthy choice. Like I was like shocked at how good it was because they have like the crappy, like they had the burger and fry station or whatever, but then they had like a bomb like burger like market like fresh beef burger spot, so you can like
whose food is nasty?
The zoo
freaking Sesame Place right up here. Nasty. You know what food is
but
good?
You can bring food at Sesame Place, right?
I think so. Yeah. No, you can't. People just leave and eat in their car and come back in.
Oh.
They have like picnics. That's bad. If the food is so bad that they leave the water park to go eat in their car. That's really bad. I used to laugh at people like, what are they doing? They're like eating out here. And then it would be the whole family. They have a cooler in their trunk, eating. I'm like, my thought process was like, they're just drinking out here. No, they were eating. The drinks in Sesame Place are great, so you don't even have to do that. Just don't eat there.
Yeah.
But Disneyland, I was telling them Disneyland's food. Bless you. Disneyland's food is really good. Disneyland / World's food, apparently. I've never been to World, but we've been to Disneyland. Yeah. Their food's amazing. Universal Studios food. It's last time we went there we had the catering, so we don't
but also there's a lot of options to eat if you don't eat at the park.
Right. Yeah, that's true. You could just leave and go to the mall.
Leave and go to the mall and
go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did have so much fun. He did I bought him a little mini set builder, and then I used some Kohl's cash and bought him one through Kohl's.
He was excited. He showed me his little set.
Yeah.
I told him like 5 times, don't open it, Lady, don't open it. He just ripped it open. I was like, I guess it's open.
No, I told him he could open it and put it together when he got home.
Last night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then he tried.
But I didn't want him to he was in my room. I didn't want him to open it up and then.
He already lost a couple pieces. So I started putting. So when he left to go with Derek yesterday, I finished putting it together because he had put it together, but he put it together wrong and he couldn't figure out how to get he had a couple pieces out of place. So I took it all apart and put it back together. Right. And then he had the Spider-Man one that you saw. Did you see the Spider-Man one this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's had that for probably since his birthday. I think that's when he got it for his birthday. Hadn't put it together. We put the base together. That's it. So I sat on the bed and watched football and put the rest of it together. And he's been carrying around since I put it together last night.
So Derek or Phoenix still has from Christmas the Ivysaur that we bought him.
Oh, the one that he looked at and was
still
like,
hasn't put it together.
No, I'm good.
And then we started putting together the Charizard. I think what we're gonna do, I think Derek and I, so this is what I was gonna say. I really want to do Derek and I to work on a huge Lego set because I feel like that would be more fun to me than a puzzle.
You know what's funny is I literally just told Ezra that. I told her, I was like, it was really, I was talking to her and I was like, it was actually really cathartic and relaxing putting this Lego set together. I was like, I think I may need to start buying myself some adult Lego sets.
Yeah. So Mom says she loves them. I would have put them together, but I'm trying to wait. At first I was waiting for Phoenix to get old enough that I can do it. Then we had a baby. Then I was like, there goes that plan. Because I just don't want him to
smash it,
destroy it, right?
Ah, baby.
But I feel like a Lego set right now, we could put it, Derek and I could work on it and we just put it on a tray and work on it. And then we could just put it on our dresser. Because Griffin can't reach up there. Or we'd put it somewhere higher up. And then we could just come to it when we want to do it. And I think that would be cool. We could, have a little date night, we have a show on and just do the Lego set. The only thing is, I feel like a Lego set's not a 2-person thing.
Landon and I have tried to do it 2-person. It's really not a 2-person task.
Yeah. So
I mean, one person is digging out the pieces and handing them to you, and the other person is putting it together.
Yeah. I guess what you could do is you could take turns being that person.
Yeah.
One person is the person that puts the pieces on, and then you can switch.
Well, there's always the person that does the instructions and the person that builds it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, I really think I'm gonna start. I had that epiphany today when I was talking to Ezra that I think I'm gonna do that. So
yeah, I've heard people
because I don't like adult tasks. I don't like coloring. I don't like adult. I told her this too. I was I don't like adult coloring books. They're stressful. All the little tiny things. No, I literally look at them and I get mad. I'm like, this is not relaxing. I would rather color in a child's coloring book than color in a stressful freaking adult one.
We'll get a kid's coloring book. What's stopping you from that?
Nothing. I think I'm gonna get a Lego set.
Okay, I'm excited. Great. That's all. Sounds great.
Yeah. Anybody have any ideas or suggestions on adult Lego sets that are super fun? Let me know and I will.
Yeah. Consider
them. I'm trying to fix my chair so that it, because the headboard is like this. Okay. All right. Could you? So that was. We had a really good time at Legoland. So
it sounds like it. It sounds like it was fun. Yeah. Now we have to go back because I totally forgot about the water park thing.
No, we'll have
and you guys have to go and stay at the hotel.
Yeah.
Your work doesn't have trade for Legoland Hotel.
No.
Oh, dang.
It's not one of our.
Because the Legoland reservation or resort is pretty cool, and they get to. It's like Great Wolf Lodge in the sense that they can do
yeah, but it's
activities, but the activities are actually it was. Great Wolf Lodge was talking about it was going to take 4 to 5 hours to do all the magic stuff and the whole thing.
It was not a very big hotel. Why was it taking 5 hours?
I don't know, but Legoland has fun stuff. And then
I remember you guys did like the treasure hunt or whatever.
Yes, yeah, it was fun. It took 30 minutes. It wasn't like a huge thing. And then you have to like, and then once you get the code, you unlock your safe in your room.
Like I want to go and like drop like $1,000.
Yeah, the Lego place is
like I want to go and like have like $1,000 be like my.
Did you see the Friends set?
No, I didn't go in the big store. I just didn't want to listen to Landon ask me every 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. They had a Friends Legos. That's the first one you should get. You could build the little coffee shop.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I thought every time I see something Friends, I think of you. I think they have minifigures too.
They do. They have minifigs.
We took Phoenix in there. We just bought minifig because I have my minifigure. Derek has one.
Oh yeah. So okay. So wait, what? You have your own minifigs?
Not of ourselves.
Oh.
I bought minifigure keychains.
You can get them
made. We didn't do that.
Yeah, you can get yourself minifigs. It's really not expensive. It's like $15. I just didn't do it. But they have like little packages of like minifigs that you just pick. It's like a random minifig, like like Minecraft and Roblox have those like mystery things.
That's what it is. Get those all the time.
You just the Legos?
Random Lego minifigs, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know they made them.
Yeah, they make those little dinosaur ones too.
Yeah, and he just was like, okay, he put it together. He was so excited to put the little minifig together.
Yeah.
So, but that ended up that task of putting that. My goal was to put that one together, and then he had already lost some of the pieces, so I had to dig through his already thing of Legos to find. And
are you gonna keep like the sets in the bags?
So that's what I was doing, was like trying to put together the vehicles, because once they're together, they're together. I can just leave the vehicles together once they're together, and that would eliminate all the excess Lego in there. But the Super Mario sets are like, it's so interchangeable that like.
Because Phoenix has Lego set. The reason like they never stayed together was because like the sets had like some of them had like 3 different things they could be built into.
Right.
So he would want to take it all apart and rebuild it, and then like.
Yeah, it was like the Mario ones are like villages basically, and like you just kind of put them together and you can reconfigure them. Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, I did try to put I got like 2 or 3 more vehicles in there that I gotta like try to put together.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's missing a lot of pieces to some of the stuff though. I don't know what the hell happened to them, but they're missing. I'm gonna have to dig through Phoenix's Legos to find the replacement pieces.
This friggin' thing is so stressful. I would love to have. I was talking to another mom about this the other day about how I would love to have like, if it was me, it would be like everything sorted by colors and like a giant, like maybe like a tool shelf, and it would be all sorted by color. And that way, if you were building a set that had certain colors, you would just go to those colors.
That's how Lego is sorted at the store, by color.
I know. That's how I like it. And I've tried it. I actually bought like a little tiny.
Actually, I think it's like color and shape.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't do that extreme, but I would do color. But we used to have it like, I had one of those like those little plastic containers that had dividers. Like I keep my nail polishes in them, like one of those things. And I would just I went through one time and we sorted every color. Like we did piles and we just sorted it all out. It was all together. But Derek and Phoenix's minds don't work like that. So they would just dump it. So it's kind of pointless. But I did at one point have it all sorted. So, but anyways, okay. So, all right. So my week since Sunday. Let's see. My mind automatically goes to soccer. So today's Monday. So the week before, when you were gone, Phoenix had a soccer game. And they lost. That will segue me into what I want to talk about this week. But they lost. Phoenix played really well. So that's fine. But they lost as a team. They did win their Friday night league game though. So it was cool. And I actually really liked the Friday night coach. He's really cool. This weekend, let's see, what happened during the week? Nothing really happened during the week. We made a lot of money on popcorn this week. We made like $200 something this week on popcorn, which is cool. And we had like our biggest sale yet. If you guys don't know, we have a popcorn company called Spicer's Popcorn. We can add the Instagram on this video. But we've been selling popcorn lately and kind of like picking that up really and trying to like really focus on that and try to like make it bigger. So it's like a really solid passive income for us to do, and like a secondary income, and then hopefully potentially a full-time income for the family. But yeah, so we're super excited about that. Derek made like all kinds of flavors. One of his friends had like bought a bunch. We brought some to Sweat Circuit, and a lot of people bought some from us there. So that was cool. So I can't feel like we're just trying to like get the word out as much as possible. So
Legoland had gourmet popcorn.
Huh?
Legoland had gourmet popcorn.
I know you said. I know you told me that. So I showed Derek too, and he was like, "Yeah, a lot of places have it." So we're gonna. I want to get it. I want to get it into consignment really, really fast. Um,
Just a
but
lot.
it's a lot of work, and it's easier if you go through a distribution company. But Derek really wants it to keep. He wants us to keep it a home, like a small business. We make it home until we can buy our own food truck or whatever, and then cater out of the food truck if we people want it or whatever, or like be able to make large amounts so we can make it for like parties, events, people's like gatherings, birthday parties, that kind of stuff. And then eventually get a standalone store. And then once we get to the point where we have to have a distribution company be able to like distribute it ourselves. So that's the goal, but we'll see. It's growing slowly, but it's pretty fun to do. I like he has to make all of the popcorn, so it's kind of tough because he's the only one that knows how to make it between us. But I'm really good at like Instagram. I put up a really cute reel today. I'm really good at like all the marketing stuff. So, and I'm really good at like finding people to buy it too, because I've been like I'm pretty good at like sales as well, even though that's what he does. But I'm pretty good at that too. So, anyway, so then we had soccer this weekend, as in like yesterday and the day before, soccer games. And so Phoenix plays defense, which is cool. Phoenix is like very, very athletic, and he plays really well on defense. But there's a struggle right now with the fact that he is getting tired because he also has to, he kind of has to play both ways because a lot of times the person that plays on his same side in the front isn't as strong as him as a player. So like they'll end up losing the ball, and then it's constantly him having to recover the ball for other people. So it's kind of sucks for him a little bit, because he also doesn't get like the glory of being able to score because he's constantly trying to get the ball to the front or whatever. So Derek really wants him to play forward. So we've been trying to like kind of talk to Dan or talk to his coach about um, him being able to play play up a little bit, play the forward position. And my thought process about it is I think it's cool. I think Phoenix plays beginning to end every game. So I think that's cool because when he first started, I was going to the first few games by myself and first few practices, and Phoenix wasn't really playing. Like he was playing like maybe half of the first half and like the last 5 minutes of the second half for a while. He was like on the bench the whole time, and then he just started getting better. And we hired another trainer, and like he got more reps under him, and Derek was practicing with him, so he got better. Derek even went to his coach and was like, "Hey, what can he do so that he plays longer? What can he do so that he does this, whatever?" And we worked on all those things. So now I'm happy with where he's at because I'm thinking that's all. I'm thinking like 1 year's worth of soccer, not even a year. We're coming up on a year right now. Because he tried out in December. Like 1 year's worth of like practicing and training, and he's already to the point where he's a starter. He's doing great. So, anyways, so they lost their game, both of their games. They tied their game on Saturday and lost their game on Sunday. And the Sunday game was really annoying.
Just go. Finish. Yes, we scored a goal. Congratulations for me.
We had to pause for Phoenix. We had to pause for the dog. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. So, Phoenix had a really good game. They tied the game on Saturday. They lost the game really bad. You just have to say hi to Sansa because her head's just gonna be right there. We tied the game on Saturday, but lost the game on Sunday. The loss on Sunday was really kind of brutal. I think the hardest part about the game on Saturday I was happy with because they've literally lost every game this season. Every single game, yeah. This is the first one they've even come close to winning. They tied this one. So they tied the game, and I was fine with that. To me, I was like proud of them because they played a team that was difficult. They weren't supposed to be able to beat. They tied them, so I was like, that's cool. Phoenix didn't play his best game because he was exhausted because he didn't listen to me and go to sleep on time. So he was really tired. But the team, as a team, they played really well. Also, they did not have their coach coaching them. So all the parents were noticing that our boys were playing like very like less stressed Like when they play the Friday night games, like I wish you could come to a Friday night game because the way that they play, they're just like kids playing, very very talented kids just playing soccer.
Right.
They're not stressed at all. They just go with their instincts and play. You know, and that kind of environment I think is conducive to their age. A very high stress, like performance based environment is not good for them, right? So, yes, do they need to play good? Yes. Do they need to understand the stakes? Sure. But like, they just need to feel like it's fun still, you know?
There are really no stakes when you are 7 years old playing soccer.
No, there's not.
There's none.
No.
None. Like there's none except for your. I guess your parents are paying money, but like you're not paying money for them to win. You're paying money for them to like learn
and have
get
experience.
Better. Right.
Yeah. So, so there's that. The Phoenix did score the only goal on Sunday from defense. He scored it from defense. So here's, and this will segue us into the story, the Reddit story I'm going to read a little bit later. But this is what really pissed me off. There were 3 things. Okay. So we're getting upset because these kids were playing really, really dirty. And the parents were obnoxious. The parents being obnoxious is a normal thing. It's part of being a sports parent. They're obnoxious, but it's fine. We were ignoring them. So, but we started to get annoyed because not at the other team, who, by the way, the other kids on the team literally said, like, Derek was like shooting on the field in between the halves, and the other kids told their coach, hey, coach, we don't even have to listen to like what the other kids, because they were thinking like, oh, we need to listen to what their coach is telling them so we can know what to do, right? And like, we don't even need to listen to that coach because they're not even doing what he says. They're like, they don't listen to their coach. Okay, obviously, that's a clue. Then Phoenix gets put into the front finally. They're down 10 to freaking nothing, literally 10 to nothing. And so he decides to put them in the front. They're now going the opposite direction. And Phoenix had already scored this goal, which when we were sitting next to them, because usually the coach and the players sit on the other side, but the setup at this game was during like season league games, you have to sit on your side with your coach and your players, and the other team sits at the opposite side. Where tournaments, it's the opposite. Coaches on one side, parents on the other side, right? So we were right next to him, and he was talking to Phoenix, and he was just telling him like, or he was telling the team that they've been playing bad and they've taken a bunch of shots and they haven't gone in, and that's why we're losing. And we had one lucky rebound shot into the goal, but basically it doesn't count. So I'm like, you just said that Phoenix, instead of telling him, great job, Phoenix, you scored the only goal on the team, way to be there, way to have, like, it was luck. It wasn't luck. It was a shot from freaking 10 yards away, straight to the left post to the left post. How is that luck? That was a great shot, and he was there when he should have been.
Yeah.
That wasn't like it bounced off his foot and just went in the goal, which he's had those goals before. Where like he just happened to be there and it just bounced off his foot and went in the goal, and the goalie just missed it. That's a lucky. That was not a lucky goal. He hammered it in there because he could have easily touched it too far. Something that was just skill and him being athletic and him having practice. And for him to say that, that really bothered me because I feel like it just like downplayed his ability. Like, oh, it was just one lucky shot. Like, how do you think? Like, how does he think that makes him feel like to basically tell him that it doesn't matter? So then the last thing that annoyed me was that finally Phoenix gets moved into the front, right? At the last part of the half. He finally gets moved into the front. The kid who normally plays up there wasn't there. So Phoenix got moved up there, which was cool. So, we're excited. Derek's excited, whatever. The person who's on the left side, who's supposed to play left forward, because this kid was playing left defender the whole game, and he had gotten moved up to left forward, and Phoenix had gotten moved up to right forward, which is cool. So his job was to protect the left side of the field. They're supposed to work together as a team. Okay? They're doing a throw-in. If you have not watched soccer, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but you're just going to have to roll with me, okay? A throw-in is when they stand on the side of the field, the ball has gone out, and the team is going to throw the ball in to get possession, right? So they're on their side of the goal. They're on their side. They're right by their goal. Phoenix is going to throw it in. First, the kid who's on the left side of the field is trying to throw it in on the right side, which, in case anybody's wondering, that's not what happens. You throw it on the side of the field that you're supposed to protect. Right. So he's come all the way over there to argue that he's supposed to throw it in. Not only is he not supposed to throw it in, the defender throws it in to the offensive player, so the offensive player can get it. That's what makes sense. You're on defense, you throw it into the offensive players, right? The kids that play in the front. So he's trying to argue that he should throw it in. No. Then he was trying to argue that he needs to take the corner. On the right side. Bro, you're not on the right side. You're on the freaking left. Why are you even over here? You should be in the box, not over here trying to argue with the person who's on this side of the field to do the corner kick. That doesn't even make sense. Then, so Phoenix is confused now because this kid keeps coming over from the left side to play his position. Not only that, the thing that made me the most upset, I wish I'd taken a freaking video, was that the throw-in is happening to Phoenix. This kid is literally, his own teammate is literally blocking him from getting the ball. He is playing defense against his own freaking player because this kid is such a freaking ball hog. Okay? I think the thing that made Derek really upset is that Phoenix doesn't get to play in the front that often. So this was his opportunity to show his coach that he knows what he's doing and give him an opportunity to shine. How come nobody else
noticed that was happening?
Exactly my point. Nothing was said. This particular kid, and Derek says he's related to the coach. I'm not sure. There are a few players on the team who are related. I don't know if he's related to him or not, but he is hard on him in some situations, but in other situations not. And he doesn't listen, the player. He doesn't listen, so it doesn't matter. It's like beating your head against the wall. It doesn't matter. He's a show-off and a ball hog. He wants to be the center of attention. That is how he plays. And it's not conducive to a team sport where you have to depend on other players. He won't pass the ball, ever, especially in practice. In practice, he's just like, show off. I'm going to be the goalie, and I'm going to dribble it all the way down the field and score. And it's like, and no one defends them because he's just like, what's the point? Like, he's just going to be a ball hog. Like, why do we even try?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not cool, in my opinion. So, anyways, that's a long rant to say it was a really tough weekend of soccer, because on the one hand, we really want Phoenix to be encouraged and want him to still have fun and play. But to have players that are so, like, players, they're supposed, all the other kids root for Phoenix, just not this kid. And like, we don't understand it. It's like very frustrating. And his parents and his mom and everybody are super cool. Like, his mom's very sweet. And when his dad's not there that often, but when his dad is there, he's like on top of him. Like, go to your side of the field. Why are you over here? Run faster. Play harder. Like, his dad tells him. But when his dad's not there, he doesn't listen to his coach, and he doesn't listen to his mom. His mom, the entire game, was literally yelling at him. Go to your side of the field. Get back when he's on defense. Get back. Why are you all the way up here? And then he's leaving the poor freaking forward over there on the left side when he was on defense. The poor kid who's playing forward over there, like, on his own. Because there was no, like, if he lost the ball, they were both up here. So then they could just run down the left side of the field. So now you know what's happening? Phoenix was coming from the right defense to the other side of the field to defend that side of the field. Because this other kid is out of position. I don't know. To be fair, like, his coach did yell at this child multiple times to play his position and to be where he's supposed to be, tell him he's out of position. He ended up pulling him out at one point because he won't listen. Actually, he pulled him out and told him he was scared. He didn't want to be, like, you're supposed to make a wall when somebody has a free kick. He didn't want to make a wall. And so he yells in the field, I can't have you playing if you're scared. Come off. Like, why? Why would you yell at that at a 7-year-old? Yes, I'm sorry, they might be scared of a ball being kicked full power at them from 5 yards away. Right. Like, yeah, I might not want to get smacked in the face today. Like, what? Anyways, so I think but all of that aside, my biggest issue is that he is so cruel to the kids when he talks to them. So cruel. And I know if your kid plays football, I'm sure you're like, oh my gosh, cry about it. No, because I'm sure football coaches are jerks. But my son doesn't play football.
There are some coaches that are not. They're changing that a lot now. Like the coach for the Dolphins is like the nicest man. He's like the sweetest man.
It's not necessary. If you're a grown-up, fine, you signed up for it. It's not necessary for a 7-year-old to be crying, standing in the field because his coach is screaming at him, telling him, that's your fault. They scored because of you. If you had done what you're supposed to do, blah, blah, blah. We got scored on because all of the players were looking at him at one point, screaming. And they were all out of position because they were trying to listen to what he was saying. And all he was doing was berating them. After Phoenix scored that goal, there wasn't like oh, great job, guys. Way to get the rebounds. It was why weren't you where you were supposed to be? Like to everybody else who didn't get it was a corner. So they kicked it in. 3 kids missed it. Okay. And Phoenix just came up, ran up to the ball, and he saw an opportunity, he took the shot. That should be applauded. It shouldn't be upset because they all missed it. Last time I checked, that's how soccer is. Soccer's a lot of missing. Really a lot of losing the ball, getting it back, losing the ball, getting it back, shooting it, losing the ball, getting it back. That's why it's like 1-1 after 2 hours. Like, I don't understand why he's so frustrated. That's how soccer is.
Yeah.
And the thing too, our kids after the freaking second half, they're so done emotionally that they play really bad. Like a couple weeks ago, they were holding the team 0-2. In kids sports, you can come back very quickly at 0-2. They could come out of the half, bang, bang, 2 shots, done. It's like, now it's time. No, that's not what happens because they sit there and he makes them feel worse at the half than they felt when they're on the freaking field. And now they come out there, like, okay, we're just gonna, and then they make one mistake and then it's done. Anyways, if anyone has any advice for me on how to approach it, because I feel like I keep reading all these things. I was on Reddit, I was reading stories, these refs and these coaches telling about how crazy parents, okay? We're not crazy parents. We're not yelling at people. We're not harassing people. We're not this. All I care about is that I care mostly about, obviously, how our son plays and how he is treated. And thankfully, he doesn't get screamed at that much. However, if your friends are getting screamed at, that's still a distraction to you.
Right.
And they just had a coach on Saturday. He was yelling, but we were joking on the sideline. Their parents was like, is he yelling like nice things? He was. When he was yelling, because like it's triggering first, because Phoenix was like, yeah, he was yelling, but the stuff he was saying was nice. He was saying like, great job, let's go. Like he was like encouraging them, and they messed up. He was like, it's okay. At one point, Phoenix was like, yeah, he told me like I messed up, and he's like, it's okay, you get it back, you'll get it back. And Phoenix was like, he was like, nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want to hear. Like, you got it, buddy. You're good. You're doing great. Like, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Get it back. You know, the stuff the parents say to our kids. So this is the thing too, and I had to pull Derek back because he didn't even say something to Phoenix. He said something to another child who missed a goal. He was the goalie. They had taken 10 shots on him, and he'd missed 1. Okay, the shot happened. Basically what happened was it was a goal kick. So he dribbled it in, he took the pass, he took a bad pass. And the other team got the ball, shot it. He was out of the goal. So they scored on him. He obviously knew that was a bad decision. Okay? So he's already upset. He's like, oh man, he was upset. Whatever. The parents like, it's okay, you'll get it back, no worries. Like, let's get back. Right? Let's get it back. You got it. Danny's like, that goal is your fault. It all started with you. To a 7-year-old. I'm just like, and I'm hard on Phoenix, but I am not going to embarrass him in front of his entire team and all of the parents and all the other kids and all the parents. And I'm never going to do that. If I have something to say to Phoenix, like, buddy, that was a bad decision, or that wasn't great, or blah, blah, I'm not going to say it to him in the game. I'm going to wait, take notes, and say, hey, buddy, like, that was. Sometimes I don't even say it. He knows when he messes up. Because Phoenix got scored on a couple times today, or not today, this weekend, because he's on defense. It's going to happen. You're going to get beat. You know what I mean? You're going to be out of position. You're going to think they're going to do something, and then they do something else. That's because the other team is good as well. So sometimes they're going to get you. It's going to happen. But I'm not going to point out to him like every single time, like, you got scored on 5 times. That's ridiculous. Like, why? That's like constructive. I will tell him if he has a bad practice. I will tell him if I don't think he's playing hard. You know? Yeah. That was real.
Landon also had a game.
Oh, Landon did have a game. Phoenix was hilarious at that game, by the way. He was so funny, dude. He was like, so funny.
That was a
yeah. He was like, that was a handball, a header, mom. And I'm like, calm down. They're fine. They're fine. I was like, calm down. But we used to get super hyped. At Phoenix's games,
yeah,
we were super hyped.
I think like the hard part, this is the last, and then we'll go to the asshole, but this is the hard part for me about watching it is like, I do feel like Landon is like immensely improved. Like he's actually gotten quite good for the short time he has played.
Yeah.
And he is getting annoyed because he watches Phoenix play, but they aren't applying rules to his grade.
Yeah.
So he's like, so he will do things like chase the ball out of bounds because he knows that you're supposed to throw it in.
Or that you should chase it.
Yes.
Because what if you can save it?
Right. So he chases out of bounds, and then he's like, okay, cool, like it went out of bounds. Like,
or it'll be a stoppage of play because it went outside. But it's no stoppage of play. Because they just throw another ball in.
Right. Which is also like watching those cartoons where like the crowds of people just follow the like across, that's what it looks like. And it's an unnecessary extra amount of like running for the kids. Like I feel like it's just ridiculous. They're just like, maybe it's their way of like trying to keep like get the like build their endurance, but they're just literally like new ball, and then half the kids are over here, and then there's that one kid that doesn't give a crap, so they're still on the field, and then they kick it to them, and then they still lose it, and then it was just like a lot of like just, or like people just kept taking the ball from Landon
on the same team.
Yeah, and Derek was like, why does that kid keep taking why does he keep taking the ball from him? Like Landon would have the ball and his teammate would take it from him over and over and over.
This child I was ranting about for 20 minutes, he did that to Phoenix in practice on Thursday, and Phoenix literally pushed him off the ball the next time he got possession because he saw, and he was like, because he was like, Leo, or I can't say this child's name, I need to make sure I play for that. He was like, hey, why did you say you took the ball from me? He's like, you can't take the ball from me. We're on the same team, right?
Yeah.
So then the very next time this kid has possession, he literally, like, I noticed it. He was like, and Derek taught Phoenix to say, oops, sorry. So he'll take the ball and he'll be like, oops, sorry. I'm like, cool. I'm just teaching our son how to talk shit.
I'm trying to like, I feel like I'm trying to like, I think Landon's getting like a little rougher around the edges. Like,
he is.
As far as but there were some kids. The kid that wrapped the full leg around
that was
that kid.
Phoenix, that was the one that got Phoenix hyped up.
I was like, that was a foul, Mom. And I'm like, he pushes Landon, trips him, pulls his jersey. Like, yeah. But Landon did pretty well. He I think he scored maybe 1 or 2 goals in this one. Scored 2 goals in the last one. He did have fun. But I do think he does like soccer. So I do think that it's something that we want to keep doing with him. But
yeah.
I want him to get more practice of like the fundamentals of soccer because I don't feel like he's learning them really where he's at.
Yeah.
So
that was a hard part too, is because we had Phoenix.
Me and Leah need to.
Yeah, we had Phoenix in that level of soccer. But so it was a shock to him when he got to a team because they already had those skills. Like I didn't know what a corner was. I didn't know what a throw in was.
Where were they learning them? They're obviously not learning them through academy. If
that's what I was confused. I think what happened was if Phoenix had gone to the lowest team,
they would have
they would have taught more fundamentals.
If he would have gone through all the levels of academy, he probably would have learned it eventually by the time he 5, 6, 7. Because he hopped in at 7, right? But he had just turned 7.
He just turned 7.
Yeah, so if he would have been in academy 5 and 6, because he was with Leah when he was 6.
No, he started with Leah when he was just turned 5.
Oh, but he wasn't doing. But he was. Oh, was he doing Golden Eagles?
So he hadn't turned when he did trials. He was 6.
Okay,
because because he tried out in December. He turned 7 in January.
Oh, okay. So he did that. Okay, but I was right. He had just turned 7.
Yeah,
Okay, he was just turning 7. Okay.
yeah. But a lot of those kids had played with their coach, the year before, and they're younger.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out where they teach them these rules.
But that's what I'm saying. This was gonna say was that if you started a lower team, then they probably teach more fundamentals at like the D or C level, versus the A and B level. They expect you to have a certain foundation of like knowledge of the game. But my thought process is, where are they supposed to develop this knowledge? They're still only 7.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like they have the academy.
Right, but they also have team. But there's a league team for Landon's age.
I know Landon's.
And they understand all of that stuff you're saying. Corners, throw-ins, all that stuff. They play real soccer.
So they teach them.
So
I'm guessing they're teaching them.
That's why I don't know who taught them because they're 5. So somebody had to teach them, and I don't know if the coach goes over that stuff at the beginning of the year or
well,
what.
I feel like when we watched the little 5-year-old girls, they were playing very similarly to the way Landon played, but with a little bit more like spatial awareness and knowledge of like the field. But they're playing very close to the same.
Yeah, they still do that, but like
level.
as far as like their kicks, they kick on a full size goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can kick from really far. Like their dribbling skills and stuff are really, really good. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could just learn from Phoenix. All those kids just learn from their older siblings, anyways.
Yeah.
So. All right, where are we at? Cool. All right. Let's do this. Let's story real quick. Oh wait, we need your thread.
Oh, we'll have to do it next week.
Okay. All right. So this story this week is okay, so stop it. So I have 2. One is they're both sports related. One is, am I the asshole for screwing over the people who donated their time and money? Or am I the asshole for making my daughter's cheer team lose?
I like that one.
I like that one too. All right, let's click on it. I haven't read it yet. Always an adventure.
Oh my god, is that how long it is?
It's long. Let's see if the other one's shorter.
Time for all that. That's like 6 paragraphs.
That was long. Okay, this one's shorter.
Okay,
we'll do that one next week. So we're gonna do. So this one is, am I the asshole for screwing over all the people who donated their time and money? It was put up 7 months ago, so this is more recent. It has 21,900 upvotes. So this is a popular story, and it's on Am I the Asshole on Reddit. It's posted by PTA Woes and Trials.
Oh geez.
All right. The PTA, okay, am I the asshole for screwing over all the people who donated their time and money? The PTA has been planning a fundraiser for months to raise money for new cheerleader uniforms. The old uniforms are very outdated and all the kids are excited about getting new ones, including mine. Early in the planning, I agreed that my property could be used at no cost for the event and that I would provide all of the furnishings. That's very nice. Other people worked hard on buying and making items to be sold at the fundraiser. Some people spent upwards of hundreds of hours and or dollars for the event. At a recent meeting, the football coach said the equipment was badly worn out and needed to be replaced ASAP. A vote was held, and the majority voted that this fundraiser would be for the football team instead of cheerleaders. Stop! I was pissed. Football is always the top priority.
Always.
I went above and beyond here specifically to help out the cheerleading team. My child and all their friends on the team got their hopes up, only to be dashed. I told everyone my property would no longer be available for use and they would need to find a new venue. People panicked and got very angry, including several people who voted against the change. They said my decision was equivalent to throwing all their hard work in the trash.
Not the asshole.
I asked them how they thought the cheerleaders would feel. They said it was a vote, and I was acting like a dictator, and that I can't overrule the will of the majority. Actually, I can. They said they can do that. They said they can do what they like, but not on my. No, I said they can do what they like, but not on my property. I know they won't be able to find a venue this late, especially not at an affordable price. I understand I screwed over my friends, burned bridges, and I'm likely going to be kicked off the PTA. I can't bring myself to help them. Am I a spiteful a-hole?
No. Good job. Way to stand up.
Bravo.
Yeah, she said her daughter was a cheerleader?
Yeah.
Yeah, way to stand up for her, man. That sucks. They don't get new uniforms and new supplies because the freaking football team needed what? A 700?
Their equipment was worn out.
Oh, okay.
Overall vote was not the asshole.
Yeah.
So this person says, not the asshole. This was a bait and switch. You agreed to having a fundraiser for the cheerleaders at your property, not the football team.
That's what I thought too.
Facts. I don't know.
Why would she have a fundraiser for the freaking football
She doesn't
team?
even have a football player in her house. Why is she going to use her property to raise money? This is the thing. She probably would have because she's on the PTA. And if they're like, hey, we're doing a fundraiser for the football team, can we like, oh yeah, I'll offer my property. That's fine.
Honestly, I don't think she would have. I think she volunteered it because she was helping out her daughter. Why would I help out the other, fuck the football team. Why do I need to help them out? Like,
that's true.
I don't understand. Why
Yeah.
are we helping out? No. Do I want a bunch of sweaty freaking crazy football boys on my property? No, I don't. I don't have one in my house. I don't house one of these boys. No. One of you other parents volunteer.
This person says, yeah, now that it's surprisingly turned into a well-organized event, the football team could make better use of it. Exactly. Because when it was just a thrown together hodgepodge thing for the cheerleaders, it didn't matter.
Right.
Let's see. You can't help but wonder if this was the plan all along, one person said. That's funny. Like maybe they were just like,
yeah, somebody said a bait and switch. Yeah, it seems kind of like they were just like, maybe not a bait and switch, but more just like they saw that it was going to be very productive, very effective, and they're like, money needs to go somewhere else.
Yeah. This person said, when I was in high school, I was in the drama club. The drama club was responsible for restocking all the pop machines in the school, and that was our only source of funding. One year, the school forced us to give the money to the football team. It was the worst. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad.
It's sad. I feel like as much as I'm a sports person, like the athletics really take away from the art a lot at schools.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, this last one. Why was this ever even considered as an option? What kind of gall does the football coach have to think he could jump in the middle of an already planned fundraiser and ask them to redirect the funds? The football team can plan and run their own fundraiser, I am sure.
Yeah, go wash a car.
Yeah, go wash a car.
And honestly, what happened to cheerleaders and football players helping each other out raise money?
Yeah.
Like, don't the cheerleaders want to attract the people and the football players wash the cars? Isn't that the
Usually.
thing?
Yeah.
Like, why are they not working
They
together?
raise money for the sports department.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a good short one.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So it's getting late here. We got this one done. We will do her thread next week.
And I guess that other I am of the assholes will save it.
Yes, and that other I am of the asshole. So I will do that one next week. I think I really want to do Married at First Sight recap next week.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. I haven't watched it.
It's 3.5 hours.
Please tell me you recorded it so we can fast forward to the worst.
I did record it.
Okay.
3.5. That's why I haven't said anything, because when are we going to watch it? We have to watch it this
Friday.
weekend. No, Phoenix. Okay. Phoenix has a soccer game.
Okay, well,
we're gonna watch it. And we're going to say right now, we're doing a Married at First Sight recap on the next episode. So we already did, if you haven't watched yet, Love is Blind recap.
I'm so sorry, guys. We couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to watch the rest of Love is Blind this year.
Yeah, that's not coming back. So the finale, if you watched it, great. We had no interest in watching it, but we will happily recap another season if it's good.
Of Love is Blind?
Of Love is Blind.
Yes, and we'll happily.
But we'll recap Married at First Sight.
I feel
we'll
like
have to be Married at First Sight like every 10 episodes or something.
But for real though, one, there's so many, and two, they'd be arguing about the same thing for weeks on weeks.
Yeah, so we'll do one like
if
this one, and then maybe we'll do a mid-season recap, and then an end of season. Cool.
Plan.
So we'll do a mid-season, even though what's mid-season? Episode 12?
I don't know. We'll do an episode where we talk about everybody's who
we're gonna pick,
who we think,
or who we think is gonna stay together.
Yeah, based on the beginning, and then we'll do a mid-season update on how the drama's developed, and then we'll do a closing season.
Yes,
because we're not about to recap 24 episodes.
No. We are not a recap podcast.
No.
So we'll do 3 episodes probably of Married at First Sight, and plus it's boring if we recap that many episodes. To be honest,
it's honestly boring to watch that many episodes because not a lot happens.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right, we're losing the light. We love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.